Hello everybody, welcome to the Coach Oak Show on Coach Oak TV. Record scratch, except it isn't. This is on Tratador Mysterio, who has taken over that poor, retired, sitting somewhere, relaxing on a beach, Coach Oak's account, life, everything. We have some explaining to do. This is UPC. This is UPC Playoffs, the first round. Where's the rest of UPC battles, you asked? I thought you were retired, you asked. But of course, that's Coach Oak who's retired, not me. But I might just refer to myself as him because I've taken over his life. I might as well be him at this point, but it's not him. He's totally retired. UPC kind of, let's say, limped to the finish line. There were a bunch of people that life circumstances come up, and being a cap league, there's less interest in especially takeover teams and stuff. So we had 5 people for a playoff. So rather than, we normally do a 6-person playoff. So rather than cut it to 4, to have something be left out, we put in, I decided I would take one of the teams of the people who wasn't in the playoffs and join in as the 6th seed, and then manage the playoffs to make sure they got done. So we had, I took Honor's team, so thank you, Honor, for having no choice in the matter, and I stole your team, even though he did, tell me to go ahead. We were facing off against Splurge and the Bracknell Beedrills, Garchomp, Snailstrom, Lycanroc Dusk, Breloom, Kitsuno, and Mega Alakazam. And I suppose I should mention before this, I am a little sick, so sorry about any sniffling or stuff throughout the course of the video. Just getting over a cold, nothing serious, but just I sound different and not as pleasant in any way. Not that I sounded too pleasant before, but things we left behind: Licky Licky, Electivire, Mandibuzz, Entei, Alola Ninetales, and Beartic. So, he has brought Primarina, Voodoo, Tapu Koko, Braviary, Mew, and Mega Charizard X. Things he's left behind, top of my head, Escavalier, he left behind Crucibel, he left behind Archeops, he left behind Delmise, he left behind... maybe that was it. I was really glad to not see Escavalier. I really thought there was a decent chance it could come, partly because the hail, it would really wreck shop against the hail team, and I didn't have a lot for it on here. I switched Crunch off of Lycanroc for Fire Fang in the last minute, but I'll go through the sets more in a second. But that was kind of the biggest fear, so I was glad to see it. And Crucibel, I felt like I was underrating it, so I'm glad it didn't come. Its Regenerator has pretty good, it can head smash, can do some things, and Archeops is always annoying for me, so I was glad it wasn't there as well. But we have Scarf Garchomp, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Crunch, and Rocks, just in case there's a chance to just set Rocks and get out. We had Snailstrom, Toxic, Poison Heal, Toxic Orb, of course, Protect, Sticky Web, which his main job was to get up Sticky Web. It was somewhat offensive with Surf and Bug Buzz. We had Lycanroc, who was also Scarfed, a Cell Rock, just in case of shenanigans, Stone Edge, Fire Fang, as I said, and Drill Run. Breloom is our idea of how we're going to win this battle. It is Focus Sash, Technician, Adamant, fairly speedy though, with Mach Punch, Bullet Punch, and Rock Tomb, and Sword Stance. If I can get a Sword Stance up, that's gravy, and it should sweep for sure from there. If I can get it up with the Sash intact, oh boy, 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 boy. Especially, but the goal was to get Sticky Web down, and then get Breloom in a good spot. Really, based on what he brought, the only thing that needed to be gone was Tapu Koko, or I needed Charizard to be Mega, so it takes the Sticky Webs on the way in. Kitsuno was... I really feel like I'm using Kitsuno wrong, but I don't know how to use it. Shadow Strike, Bullet Punch with the Iron Fist. Fairly offensive, but also mostly HP. Not a lot of speed. Defog and Z Memento. Mega Alakazam was Calm Mind, Recover, Psychic, and Dazzling Gleam. Excuse me. So, we end up leading off with the Garchomp. Figuring against most things, we can either set Rocks, or fire off a Earthquake or Stone Edge to start with, just to start spreading some damage around. I decided to keep Lycanroc until closer to the end, just because I figured it was a little bit better in this matchup. But Garchomp put on a lot of pressure, plus had the option of setting hazards. Now, it never really ran through my mind what to do if he led Primarina, which we'll see he did that, and I went, I have 0 switches. So I ended up deciding Kitsuna was essentially my sack, as it didn't live a Specs Hyper Pump, but it does barely live Specs Hyper Voice, which is good. So I ended up just deciding to Z-Memento on the Primarina, and I was going to go ahead and go into Breloom. Take a little bit of damage, it would have done still like 40%, but take it out just because I needed to. But he goes into Braviary, so I go into Lycanroc. Just wanted to fire off a Stone Edge. He goes into Primarina, which I'm so happy to see because I can 2-hit KO that. He does Aqua Jet for a good chip, but I am fine with that. Stone Edges both hit, thank goodness. Which is what I was planning to do with Primarina, was make it switch into one of the Scarfers. He goes into Braviary. I had no idea what was going on, and I kind of suspected, partly now, partly later, it was Scarfer Superpower to take this out, and that's why he switched out when it was Mementoed, because he couldn't deal with it appropriately because of that. But I was really feeling Chardy Berry. But from here, we will end this team builder that also had part of the battle and jump into the live reactions that will be probably in a separate video because I don't have the right editing software and stuff, and I'm moving, so stuff is packed, and anyways, life story. So wait for the next video. It should be up any minute, and I hope you enjoy. Have a nice day, everybody, because Coach Oak says so, but not really, because you'll see me again very soon. Goodbye, and good night.